Eddie Hearn makes another strong offer to Mikey Garcia, trying to get him for his new streaming app, DAZN. Stay tuned. Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing if you want to become part of the gang notification gang. Please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chat channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, Eddie Hearn, he just made another play trying to nab Mikey Garcia, trying to recruit him, get him on the new streaming app. It's supposedly worth $1 billion over the course of some odd years. It's new to the United States, but it's been launched in other places, other regions like Asia and Canada. But this is the first time they're covering Bellator and boxing, so we have to see what's in store for that. This is what Hearn said to sportingnews.com. Eddie Hearn says, "I've made Mikey Garcia another offer since his fight. A great offer. He's a very smart guy. If he's smart enough, he'll take our offer, but we'll see. He's definitely a fighter we want on DAZN. We want all the great pound for pound fighters on DAZN, and he's one of them." Right? So my thoughts are simple. I can understand why you would want to acquire a talent like Mikey Garcia. He's a terrific fighter. He just pretty much beat Robert Easter with ease. Easter himself doesn't dispute that he lost, and you gotta keep in mind, Easter was the one that called for the Garcia fight. Well before Mikey Garcia was like talking about the fight, Easter was like barking up the tree trying to get Mikey Garcia to come down, and then, you know, they fought and Mikey Garcia proved his class. So I can understand wanting to sign Mikey Garcia because, again, he's a terrific fighter, very methodical, technical, comes from a fight family, likable personality, not really like a super showman, but I think he's trying to loosen up a little bit. I seen him do a little skit on his page. But here's the thing with Eddie Hearn. All roads lead to Al Haymon. Eddie Hearn, when he first launched, he was almost, I think the last couple of months since he's like launched DAZN, I think has probably been humbling to him, because when he first, like before it was announced and he was like, oh, I'm working on something big and it's gonna have American promoters shaking in their boots and they're not gonna know what to do. And since the announcement of DAZN and it was revealed what he was talking about, I haven't heard anything that would really get Golden Boy, Top Rank, or Al Haymon in a frenzy to the point where like, damn, I wish we thought of that first. You know what I mean? Top Rank just extended their ESPN contract to 7 years. And you got to keep in mind, ESPN is a bankable company that do. You know what I'm saying? People know ESPN, right? So it's just what it, like when it comes to some of their writers and stuff, I don't really agree with a lot of them, but they're bankable and they're established, and that's all that matters. So Top Rank working with them is and they're already in a ton of homes. The struggle with DAZN is this: you're not ESPN, you're not HBO, you're not Showtime, something that's been established for the course of decades, you know? So it's like how you're gonna have to compete. You're gonna have to make compelling matchups, and in my opinion, the matchups that I've seen or heard, it's just not cutting it. Joshua Povetkin, again, it's not a bad fight, but under the circumstances, it's not the right fight. And a lot of people are turned away and turned off from that just based on that. Like if you didn't fight Parker and you fought Povetkin with the intent of fighting Wilder next, then that would have been different. You know what I mean? Or if you fought Parker, then Povetkin, and then fought a third time like Eddie Hearn and Joshua said after the Takam fight that he was going to fight 3 times a year, it'd be different. But we know that this is Joshua's last fight for the year, and it's not the fight that we wanted. So that's going to be on DAZN. And then Jesse Vargas, Thomas Delorme, it's not big enough, right? Thomas Adamak, who I thought was retired, versus Gerald Big Baby Miller, you know, a former cruiserweight Polish fighter. Maybe they're banking on, because Chicago has a dense Polish community, so maybe they think the bunch of Polish people come out for Adamek. I don't know, But either way, it's just not that great of a card in my eyes, in my honest opinion. The best thing going is the World Boxing Super Series or Demetrius Andrade versus Billy Joe Saunders, which is Frank Warren with DAZN. And this is something that was mandated. So acquiring a talent like Mikey Garcia, you have to show him the money. And the other thing is, like, Mikey Garcia has been establishing a relationship with Showtime. He's a free agent, so he's free to do whatever he wants. But he's been working with Showtime. He sees how they get down, how they take care of him. He sees that they're interested in him. So to lure him away, sometimes it's gonna be something needed beyond money. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure Showtime can offer him a little bit more money than whatever they've been giving him, right? But you have to look at the future, the platform. Like, my thing is this. Let's say Mikey Garcia signs to DAZN right now. Who's he fighting? Name another DAZN fighter he could fight. Gerald Miller, Andrade, you know, all these guys are in different divisions. Daniel Roman, right? You're going to make Maurice Hooker, who's not in this division. Well, actually, Mikey flexes his weight in multiple divisions. But you get what I'm saying. Like, who's he going to fight? You're still going to have to work with these other promoters. So I don't know if Hearn thought that part through, you know? Like, I just told you, Andrade versus Billy Joe Saunders is a great fight, you know, but it got ordered. And you still had to work with Frank Warren to make that a thing. So, like, you're not even making the best in-house DAZN matches that you could make. You get what I'm saying? Like Derek Chisora versus Dillian White. Why not make that? You're representing both fighters. Put that on DAZN, a rematch. But instead, they're trying to get Dillian White a Wilder opportunity or whatever. Anybody not named Luis King Kong Ortiz, things like that. You know what I mean? Why didn't you make Dillian White versus Gerald Big Baby Miller? If you want to really launch the app, why not make that? Why not make Gerald Miller versus Dillian White another great fight? It's because you want to extend, because you know if Dillian White and Gerald Miller, somebody has to take a loss, and that's if you represent both, that's one of your fighters has to take a loss. You know what I'm saying? And it's very apparent to see, to me, Amir Khan, Kell Brook. Why is Amir Khan fighting Samuel Vargas? Why not give the fans what they wanted for the last 6 years with Amir Khan and Kell Brook? Again, kind of milking the public. So all that matchmaking that they do in the UK, oftentimes, it doesn't work in America. You know what I mean? Especially with something that's brand new, that's not established like ESPN, not established like HBO, not established like Showtime, right? It's going to be very tough. And again, to get and acquire a talent like Mikey Garcia is a fucking beast. And I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but I think he knows that. I think he knows he's good. You know what I mean? No matter how humble or how much humility someone shows, they know if they're fucking good or not, because they're going time and time again, moving the weight division time and time again, and doing it over and over again and beating people. He's undefeated, multiple weight class division champion, joined the likes of Juan Manuel Marquez and Pacquiao, right? So he knows he's good. So that also shows that he knows his worth. It's kind of like dating. Chris Rock had an old joke, and he says a man is only as faithful as his options. You know what I'm saying? And so if you a playboy type, you know, pretty boy, and bitches flock to you and love you, then you probably have a lot of options. A lot of women who, oh, here's my number, or flirt with you and like 18 of your pictures on social media and stuff, and make it easier for you to be successful with going on a date with them or whatever. So it's no different than like a good fighter. A good fighter is going to know his worth. He's going to know he's valuable. He's going to know he has options. So he's going to be able to look at everything on a piece of paper on a table and plot out his future. If you're desperate, like you've been canned and shelved and nobody's heard of you, or you haven't fought in 3 years, like Antonio Margarito would probably love to be on DAZN. You get what I'm saying? Because Antonio Margarito, he ain't really been doing nothing. He's not fighting actively. So having active paychecks and what, I'm sure he would like to do that. So I don't know. It's up to Mikey Garcia. It's his decision if he wants to sign, but I think it is an uphill battle. Hence why guys like Adrian Broner, the Charlos, Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder, none of them have made that plunge over to DAZN at the moment, because it's still vastly unproven, right? And then the worst thing, the other bad thing that Eddie Hearn did to me is he kind of burned his bridges with Showtime a little bit, you know, left them kind of hanging to try to get some money on the back end. But as I said at the beginning of this particular video, all roads lead to Al Heyman. Like, you can't sign somebody who's already under contract. We've seen recent examples of that. I think Better Biev, David Benavidez was trying to go to Top Rank or something, and his former promoter was like, nope, you under my contract, right? You're just opening yourself up for lawsuits and stuff. So that being said, there's a lot of quality fighters that are under contract. They couldn't sign to you at the moment until they complete whatever fight contract that they have with their current promoter, or get bought out, which is going to take money. So that being said, there's only a handful of guys that are promotionally free agents, and a lot of them are with Al Heyman, and he's their advisor. So I mean, he really holds your fate with this DAZN shit, because those are the open seats. Those are the only remaining seats left on the bus, and Al Heyman, you know, has control over those seats. You know, at least he's in their ear. He's their advisor. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he could steer them in the right direction. Hey, Jesse Vargas, you need to go ahead and get that money, because, you know, you can fight frequently and it'll work for you. But then he's not telling Deontay Wilder, hey, sign to Eddie, with his deep ass voice. Wilder, you must sign to Eddie. Why wouldn't you? He's not telling that to certain guys. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. We'll see what Mikey Garcia does. He's a free agent. But Eddie Hearn, I don't know. It's just like he thinks he can buy everybody. Like, it's just like, I know dudes like that in the real world. Like, they're loaded, they have money, and they think they can buy women's affection. And meanwhile, I've been broke as shit, and I was like smashing a chick, and this dude is like, she was single. It's not like I'm breaking up a happy home marriage or something, but I'm just saying, the girls that are single and the guy's trying to date them, and he's like splurging and trying to impress them, buying her jewelry and stuff. And that's not how the woman's brain or heart in general is wired. A lot of women aren't going to just let you buy your way into them liking you. You know what I mean? So, motherfucker, I was shopping at Ross, and I was still getting to that. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just buy people. He's talking about, it's a great offer, and Mikey Garcia is a very smart guy. If he's smart enough, he'll take our offer. Okay, we'll see what Mikey decides to do. But to me, that's kind of pompous and condescending. Like, that's kind of a precocious attitude to have. Talking about he's a smart guy. If he's really smart, he'll take our offer. I mean, as if he's not being offered anything from anyone else. You know what I mean? It's just, like I said, that's a pompous demeanor. That alone might get people to the point where they don't want to sign to you. Because what are you talking? You know what I mean? It's like you trying to try me or belittle me, chastise me. Me personally, I don't like stuff like that. You know, like someone who's like trying to outwit and they think they're way smarter than you and on a different level. I mean, he's a very smart guy. If he's smart enough, he's gonna take our offer. There's other factors. What if he doesn't see the future of DAZN? What if he doesn't see the same vision? It's not like just because you offered him a lot of money, he had to take it. You see Broner got offered whatever. You see Wilder got offered whatever, and none of them ran over to DAZN. So either way, we'll see what Mikey does. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next video, it's Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.